If you are running a business and you are still doing your own books, I'm here to tell you that you are leaving money on the table. I'm going to show you step by step why you need a bookkeeper now and how to get one in 24 hours. I'm Maya from Maya Keeps the Books, former teacher turned bookkeeper, and I help business owners get their finances in order so that you feel confident and that you can have peace of mind through using digital products. Okay, let's get started. A problem that some business owners may be experiencing is maybe you're mixing your personal money with your business finances, and that is a definite no-no. You definitely do not want to mix the two. Not knowing exactly where your money went. You'd be surprised how many business owners are spending money on different expenses, inventory, and you have no clue like exactly where your money went is a problem. You may fear tax season. You may also be falling behind on your bookkeeping, which is honestly is a IRS requirement. So you definitely don't want any issues with the IRS. Also, I think a lot of business owners feel overwhelmed and they feel embarrassed behind not keeping track of their books. And it's nothing to be embarrassed about. I think a lot of us just need to utilize our resources, and there are a lot of professionals, myself included, who help business owners. So don't feel overwhelmed if this is something that is like too much for you to handle on your own. All right, and once again, most business owners don't just realize, they don't understand that bookkeeping is so much more than math. It's so much more than that. It's definitely knowing where your money went, how to track it so that you can grow. And if you're like me, you're all about growth and trying to take your business up to the next level. Why you need a bookkeeper? You need a bookkeeper because it saves you time. And time, especially when you're an entrepreneur and you're running your own business, time is something that is crucial. As I said before, it helps you with IRS issues. Bookkeeping also can show you where you might be losing money. It also helps you price your services properly. So like if you're someone who provides a service and you have a bookkeeper as well to help you figure out, okay, am I charging this person enough money? For example, like if you're a graphic designer and you're designing websites for potential clients, how are you charging them? Also, it helps you get funding with the bank. It helps you get grants and potentially loans as well. And not for nothing, having a bookkeeper gives you peace of mind because you have someone who is tracking every single transaction that's coming in and out of your business. And then it's telling you what you have left. So when you hear the term bookkeeping, that's what you need to think about. All of the money being tracked in your business so that you can determine what is left over. What do I have left? How do you know when it's time that you need a bookkeeper? If you are more than 1 month behind on your books, it's time to get a bookkeeper. If you're mixing accounts, as I stated before, it's time to get a bookkeeper. If you have to guess how much money you are generating in your business, it's time to get a bookkeeper. You'd be surprised how many people are like, oh, so how much money do you net after all of your taxes and all of your deductions? And some people in their businesses, they generally don't know. Also, you avoid looking at your accounts. So many people do this, whether you have a business or not. So many people just swipe their cards and they have money going in and out of their account and they have no clue where they are doing the majority of their spending. Okay? Now let's go over how to hire a bookkeeper and fast. Like I said, in 24 hours, you can clearly get a bookkeeper. It's not that difficult. First, you need to figure out how much bookkeeping do you actually need? Like, what do you need your services in? Do you need bookkeeping on a monthly basis? Do you need bookkeeping quarterly? No one knows that but yourself. So you have to really take a self-assessment of how often do you need bookkeeping services. Here's some quick questions that you could also ask a potential bookkeeper while you're interviewing people and you're figuring out who you want to work with or not. One question could be, what software do you use? Do you specialize in my industry? How do you communicate? Will the person be communicating with you via email? Will it be via telephone? Will you guys have meetups at Starbucks when you have coffee? What is their mode of communication? And then you also want to ask what is included with their monthly package. There are a lot of bookkeepers who just only solely focus on bookkeeping. There are some who focus on payroll as well. There are some who also track like sales tax if you need assistance with that. There are also some bookkeepers too who create invoices as well. So you want to be really, really detailed about exactly what you need. Okay, now let's talk about where to find a bookkeeper fast. You can also look in your state, your local city, and see what business pages are available and see if anyone is advertising their bookkeeping services. Also, you can look in the newspaper. I know, like, even with all of this technology, you can still read the newspaper, look in the classified ads and see if someone is advertising there. Your local library, community centers, people are still advertising. Also, word of mouth, just like being a business owner, working with the barter system, connected with another business owner. Hey, do you have a bookkeeper that you like? And they may be able to share, just a person that you may be able to work with, a bookkeeper that might be able to assist you. Also, one major site that's really cool that I think a lot of business owners and entrepreneurs don't know about is on the Intuit website. They have a Pro Advisor section, and I'll link that down below. And you can actually type in your zip code and it'll tell you all of the bookkeepers that are providing services in your area. But just to point out, the one cool thing about bookkeeping, it's not like you have to work with somebody like that's in your state. You can be living in Maryland and work with someone to do your books in Florida or California. All depends. Bookkeeping is very flexible. And as I said before, you don't need to interview like 100 people. It's all about finding the right person. Use your common sense when you're connecting with people. Figure out if they're a good fit, having a conversation, asking certain questions. Are you guys gelling well together? And just see if that's somebody that you may want to work with. And I know that this may feel like an overload of information, but I actually wrote an ebook that I will connect in the video below. And in the ebook, I go through like the step-by-step process that in more detail, and it will go through how to hire a bookkeeper, give you some resources, give you like a little checklist, really cool information, but it's a free resource that I'm linking below. Also, if you want to learn more about bookkeeping basics, subscribe. Take care.